The weather across the United States is about to take a huge turn, and this will lead to a multi-day severe weather outbreak starting today and lasting through the first week of August. On top of this, we have a hurricane, tropical storm, and typhoon close to Hawaii, so this week's weather is going to be very active to say the least, and with all this in mind, let's get you right into the forecast. And for today, the Storm Prediction Center has actually issued a level 2 out of 5 slight risk in effect from portions of the western regions of South Dakota, more of the central regions going all the way through Nebraska and into the north central portions of Kansas that we are watching out for today. By the time this video is coming out here, probably closer to the 8 p.m. Central Time, 8 to 8:30 p.m. Central Time, the storm risk will already be dying out for tonight. However, we will still have a few isolated severe storms going on through the overnight hours, with the stronger storms being in that yellow highlighted area there, which is the level 2 out of 5 slight risk that we are watching for now. And around this risk zone in the dark green highlighted area there, that is a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk, where the heavier rain, some isolated storms with rumbles of thunder and some lightning bolts could be a possibility out there throughout the rest of the night tonight. So anywhere really in any of these highlighted areas needs to be aware of the possibility for some storms going on throughout the night. And when it comes down to our tornado risk for today, it is just a level 1 out of 5 severe weather risk from portions of south central South Dakota going through portions of Nebraska, more of the central regions, and into some portions of the north central Kansas regions that we need to be watching for going on throughout the night for an isolated spin-up tornado or two. And when it comes down to our wind risk for today, we do have a level 2 out of 5 wind risk. That is going to be a 15% chance for some stronger winds today to be potentially reaching anywhere from the 40s to 50s, maybe even a gust up to 60 out there in that yellow highlighted area there. And anywhere in that black outlined area with the black dashes in between, that is a SIG 1 region, where meaning that some stronger wind gusts could possibly occur out through those regions. Not looking at anything crazy, but maybe 5 to 10 miles per hour or more out there anywhere in that SIG 1 region, and anywhere in that brown highlighted area, anywhere from the casual 20 to 35, maybe even a gust of 40 to be possible out there in those brown highlighted areas. And for the hail risk today, it is very low. We could be potentially seeing pocket change to golf ball sized hail to be a possibility out there. Anywhere in those brown highlighted areas, I don't think anything above golf ball sized hail is going to be a possibility, but winds is mainly our strongest concern for tonight. For tomorrow, Friday, July 31st, the Storm Prediction Center did actually issue a level 2 out of 5 slight risk, and that's going to be anywhere through those yellow highlighted areas across portions of the eastern sides of Missouri, going into some of the northeastern sides of portions of Arkansas that we will be watching for the stronger storms tomorrow, with heavy rainfall, the actual severe storms with the lightning and thunder, some strong winds, and maybe a few isolated hailstones to be possible up to possibly the size of golf balls. Anywhere in the dark green highlighted areas on the map, whether that be in Colorado back down through New Mexico or in portions of Iowa back down through Arkansas, there is an isolated risk for severe weather with heavier rainfall, anywhere from moderate to heavy rainfall, a few strong storms, and anything like that could be a possibility with a few strong wind gusts potentially reaching up into the 30s. And for the tornado outlook for tomorrow, the Storm Prediction Center did actually issue a level 1 out of 5 tornado risk, indicating that we could have a few isolated spin-up tornadoes to be possible anywhere from the southeastern Iowa regions into the northeastern portions of Arkansas that we could be watching for a few isolated spin-up tornadoes. I don't think anything significant is going to be possible. However, that does include a few populated cities like Jefferson City and St. Louis. And for tomorrow's wind risk, the Storm Prediction Center did actually issue a level 2 out of 5 wind risk out there and across portions of the eastern sides of Missouri, where we could be watching winds to potentially be reaching into maybe the 40s and 50s, mainly anywhere based around 30 to 45, but I do think a gust of 50 could be possible out there in that yellow highlighted area, or maybe even some wind gust up to 60 plus to be a possibility out there. Anywhere in the brown highlighted areas, we're watching for the possibility of some hail to be the casual 20 to 35, maybe even a gust of 40 or 50 to be possible. The hail risk for tomorrow is a lower end threat, but I do think we could potentially see pocket change to golf ball sized hail to be possible anywhere out through those brown highlighted areas, which is a level 1 out of 5 hail risk. Going into the month of August, we do have 2 level 1 out of 5 marginal risks in effect anywhere in those dark green highlighted areas from portions of Indiana, Ohio, back down through portions of Mississippi and Alabama, with another risk out there in portions of New Mexico, including a very tiny bit of Texas there on the very, very far western sides that we could be watching for an isolated severe weather risk with heavy rainfall, the lightning and thunder, and the wind risk out there anywhere in those dark green highlighted areas. And now would be a great time to give a shout out to the best weather tool app I have ever used. If you're into severe weather, chasing, spotting, or just watching storms with us, check out WX Rundown. It's an independently built weather platform that puts live NextRad radar, NWS alerts, SPC outlooks, and storm reports on one map. You can use it in your browser or on the mobile Android app. WX Rundown is built by a small team that ships updates every week based on real feedback from people using it during live weather. It includes single site and composite radar, the storm arrival tool, map drawing, and the exclusive WX Rundown Rotation Detection Algorithm, or RDA, which scores rotation evidence on radar. RDA is not a tornado probability and never replaces an official warning. The core radar and alerts stay free, with optional pro features for enthusiasts and creators like me who want a deeper toolbox. Open WX Rundown in your browser or grab the side-loaded Android app, because this is a growing, independent weather project that is worth a look. Visit WXRundown.com with the top link in the description below. Huge shout out to WX Rundown for partnering with us. And now, let's get right back to the forecast. And now to go into the future radar of what our storms could hold for today, starting off with right now around 8 p.m. Central Time when this video is coming out. We do still have a few storms still lacking from our severe weather threat right now across portions of the Midwest into the northern plains that we are watching right now. I do think we will still have a few scattered storms here going on into the overnight hours, with some stronger storms even lasting all the way through 6 a.m. as they go down there through portions of Missouri that we are watching out there. And that will be some of the morning convection down to those storms out there in portions of Missouri that we are watching, but you can definitely see here, if we go ahead and play it on a loop here, you can sort of see how we have that low pressure system rotating with this storm system, and that just basically just means that it's a low pressure system. I don't really know what I'm saying here, but yeah, we do definitely have a couple of storms here that are going to be possible going on throughout the overnight hours. So if you are included in a severe weather risk that I just talked about, we need to be staying weather aware going on throughout the overnight hours, have multiple ways to receive weather alerts, and don't forget to subscribe to us here for the latest weather updates. And all of these storm systems here over the next couple of days are going to include a lot of CAPE, and CAPE basically just stands for convective available potential energy. It's sort of just a shortened version of that, but this is pretty much just storm fuel here, and it only fuels our storms even more. This is pretty much whenever we get warm, moist air combined together, just fueling the atmosphere even more to make a very strong storm system to be possible if the storms can manage to break the cap and fire off. So we do definitely have a possibility of multiple severe storms to be possible over the next couple of days, with really any storms that do fire off could come severe with how much CAPE that we have in the atmosphere. And with all that in mind, that was all the weather talk I had for you in today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel for more weather updates here. And yeah, as always, be aware and prepared. This is Cruz Haynes tracking storms before the storms track you. Have a good rest of your Thursday, July 30th.